Alright guys, so, this was this fiction idea was voted on over on Patreon, and I'm actually really excited it won, because I was kind of backing, out of the ones that got voted on, this was the one that won by 44% of the votes, and that is Justice League Vermitide. So as you can tell, it's a Justice League Warhammer fantasy story of the Skaven invading the DC universe. But if you guys want to be part of the polls over on Patreon, as well as check out my review for Beetlejuice, just hit the link below, head on over to Patreon, hit the first tier, that'll allow you access to do so. Or if you want a Patreon request, because I did like 4 of those yesterday, and if you want to be part of the Patreon request group, just hit the 3rd tier, and that'll allow you access for the Patreon requests, as well as the other stuff on the other tiers as well. I've also got a Friday the 13th Q&A up, prelude up, so if you want to ask questions for the video, which will be coming out, I really want to do the video the 13th. I really want to do the, the whole Friday the 13th motif. So you've still got a lot of time if you want to be part of that. Anyway, so, let's get started with the video. So like I said, this is the Skaven invading the DC universe. So, let's get started. Anyway, so the story begins not with the Justice League, but with the Titans. The Titans are embroiled in a battle with the Cult of Blood, Brother Blood's cult. And essentially what's happening is that Brother Blood has made a deal with apparently a new god. He is no longer, like, at first they're thinking, well, it's Trigon again. Brother Blood and Trigon are kind of like this, so we might as well, like, maybe it's something else. And Brother Blood is like, no, it's not that. I have found a new god. I have found a new god, and he will, he's going to give me more power than I ever thought. However, as he's using his power through blood magic, which they kind of teeter on back and forth in the comics if he can use magic or not. For this argument, we're going to use it. But he's also using something else called a warp stone, a gift from his new god, the Great Horned Rat. And Beast Boy is just like, he's gone from worshipping Ray, he has gone from worshipping your dad to a rat. And I thought I had bad choices in partners, and Raven just gives him a look. He's just like, sorry, honey. Anyway, so the Titans fight him off, but the portal is open, and they think the portal's gonna open and like spill out something from beyond. But what they see on the other end, and it scares it freaks out the Titans when they see what's beyond that portal. They see the Great Horned Rat, and he's just like, hi. They're looking at him, and then he just smiles and the portal closes. And they're like, well, that was ominous, but he's gone now. I hope everything's fine. It's not fine. So, we fast forward a few weeks later, and there's been a lot of disappearances in Gotham. Like, there are disappearances in Gotham every day, but this doesn't feel natural because it's multiple people a night. It is, like, Batman has, Bruce has been kicking down doors, he's been he's been interrogating Penguin, he's trying to figure out, like, what the fuck's going on. And he's trying to figure out, like, who's behind this, because this could be a new human trafficking ring, this could be a lot of things. But as he's, like, going through the sewers, he even finds Killer Croc just all, like, he got gnarled up, like something chewed the shit out of him, and Croc has actually, like, fled the sewers, and he's like, I'm never going back down there. And Batman is just like, what scared Killer Croc so bad he doesn't want to go back to his home anymore? So, of course, Batman goes down there, Damian's at his side, and they go down there, and they're finding people, like, half-eaten and things like that, and they're hearing, like, chanting in the darkness. And what they find is the Skaven. The Skaven have arrived. You see, when that portal opened, it opened everywhere in the DC universe. So the Skaven, for weeks, have been establishing themselves in major cities across the DC universe. So not only that, they've also, like, it's been a recurring thing in other cities that the superheroes have been dealing with. Metropolis, Star City, Coast City, Keystone. All of those major cities, like the members of the Justice League, have been running into, kidnappings left and right. And now, everywhere, when Batman like fights the Skaven, because he's like, they're rat men, maybe they're connected to the rat catcher, and even like the rat catcher like was found all freaked out because they're like, they're not my rats, they're not my rats. But as Batman and Robin are like fighting the Skaven, they realize that these guys have just numbers on them and they're just flooding them. So Batman and Damian have to like retreat. You know, Bruce and Damian have to retreat, and they have to like call in the rest of the Bat family, because now they're like, there's a bunch of humanoid rats living in our sewer. And Oracle, Barbara, like contacts us like, Bruce, it's not just us. Like, we're getting reports that like, you know, these disappearances have been all over from other cities and throughout the world, and there's something just going on. Like now that you're the first person to identify who they are, and they're rat people? You sure you didn't see a parademon or something? He's like, no, it's a rat person. And they are, like, there's a lot of them underground. But as Batman is talking, all across the world, like, even in Gotham Metropolis, everyone starts hearing a bell, and it tolls 13 times, and that's when the Skaven just explode out of where they've been, all their hiding places, and just attack all across the world. Like, the Skaven, I don't think people realize how fast the Skaven work in the shadows. These guys, especially if you gave them access to the stuff in the DC universe, they are going to learn, and they're going to spread like wildfire. So the Skaven have sprung up throughout the world in the biggest Vermitide ever. So you've got, like, in Coast City, Hal is like fighting them off. You've got the Flash trying to like zip past them. Even the Rogues are helping. The Flash family and the Rogues are like teaming up to fight the Skaven. In Keystone slash in Keystone City. Then you have like in Star City, you have the Green Arrow family, like, just fighting rats left and right. Gotham, the Bat family is fighting them. Metropolis, the Superman family, is going all at it. It's just an APB across the world. It is just one massive, whatever they are, they're here, they're fucking rat men, and there's a lot of them. So it is just Justice League, All Points Bulletin, Titans, Justice Society, everybody has been summoned to fight what has been identified as the Skaven. So, couple things. The Skaven not only have been establishing themselves since their arrival here, they've been actually, like, learning and stealing stuff in secret from certain places, one of which is Star Labs. So, and they've been also, like, stealing books from the likes of, like, Dr. Fate and Zatanna, and they've been the Grey Seers have been learning new magic. So now they're even more empowered, and not only that, they came with warp stones and are now, like, have discovered kryptonite. So now you've got warpstone kryptonite weapons that they're using, and they've now improved their rattling guns and are now using even warpstone empowered laser rifles. So the Skaven have kind of upgraded, and they're like Rat Titan, their rat abominations are even more upgraded. So now they can, like, fight Superman and members of the Superman family. It is just a massive war on all fronts. Oracle and Martian Manhunter are doing their best to, like, try to coordinate all points to, like, to fight off the Skaven. There's so many. Even, like, it gets to the point where, like, the Legion of Doom has to, like, step in and help. So you have, like, Lex Luthor is like, I am not losing this planet to rats, of all things. I can tolerate losing to Superman. I'm not losing this planet to Darkseid, or the Batman who laughs. I'm not losing it to fucking rats. So, the Legion of Doom makes an alliance with the Justice League, but they're not. But the Skaven numbers are just so massive, and now with this upgraded tech, they're proving to be an even more dangerous enemy. However, as like everyone's trying to coordinate, that's when Oracle and Martian Manhunter get an arrival from Dr. Fate, along with Constantine. So Dr. Fate and Constantine arrive, and they're like, so we've been kind of, like, trying to figure out what the fuck is going on and where these things come from. Turns out they're not from this universe, and they're like, well, no shit, where'd they come from? And they're like, they're like, this place is only known as the Old World, and we talked to the Titans, and they said they saw something on the other end, and what it was a being called the Great Horned Rat. He is one of the 5 Chaos Gods. So these are Chaos beings. And Dr. Fate's like, I am a Lord of Order, am I not? So these things were supposed to stay in another universe, but Brother Blood tampering with the Great Horn and making an alliance with the Great Horned Rat is, nothing good for anybody. And they're like, so cool, how do we stop them? And Dr. Fate is like Dr. Fate and Constantine are just kind of like, we don't know. We genuinely, you can't stop them. Like, from all the learning, all the, study, Fate did all this studying and talking to the Lords of Order, talking about the Skaven and their god. They're, like, the Lords of Order just gave a one answer. You can't. They're here. You can't get rid of them. So, now they're here. You can't get rid of them, and they're like, we can't send them back somewhere else. It's like, and of course, when the news breaks, Mr. Terrific, Luthor, and the others are like, yeah, we're not accepting that. Even Superman, of course, is like, no matter what, we are not losing this planet to these rats. So the war continues. Cities are like being overrun by Skaven left and right. Gotham especially has been like almost like we are losing that planet. Like Gotham is about to fall. Metropolis is being held, but the Superman family's overwhelmed. Star City has they've already had to evacuate. Star City's already gone. Coast City, the Lanterns are doing their best to fight alongside. All Hal had to call in help from other Lanterns, and what's worse is, one guy in particular got a ring. The last guy you would want to have a lantern ring. Turns out Lord Nardwell, leader of Clan Moors, his greed was so powerful, an orange lantern ring came down. It attracted a orange lantern ring from so far away, it came down and attached to him. So of course Larfleeze followed and has now made an alliance with the Green Lanterns to get his ring back. You also have, a fight between Deathstroke and Queek Headtaker. You have, Icket Claw. He actually invades the Hall of Justice to, all tech. And he's like, make big boom boom on Moon Moon. So much fun. So much fun. Good times. And, the whole time, everyone's like, is anyone else tired of them talking? They really need, a speech coach or something, because holy shit. So it gets so bad that, Barda, when the Legion of Doom and Justice League are, making this, have a meeting, because it's getting worse every day. They have a meeting, and, Barda proposes, if we can't get rid of them, maybe we can move them somewhere else. Maybe we can send them back to dump them back to their universe. And they're like, well, how? And Mr. Miracle and Barda are like, well, maybe we can use the boom tubes to throw them back into their universe. And Barda's like, or throw them on Apocalypse. And Superman's like, we're not doing that. The last thing I need is Darkseid having the access to these guys. So let's dump them. So you want to dump them back to their world? And it's like, yeah, the people of their universe know how to fight them. So yeah, we just need to mass boom tube them back to their universe. But we need a little multiple dimension magic to do that. And they're like, so Constantine and Zatanna are like, maybe we can cast a spell over the boom tubes to throw them, aim them back to their universe. So that's the plan, is that everyone has to protect Zatanna and Constantine, along with they have to get other magic users like Raven. They have to get some villain ones like the Wizard and Felix Faustus. It's a big spell because there's so many Skaven. So the Justice League are using boom tubes and across multiple points to mass boom tube And the spell is to not only send them back to their universe, but only target the Skaven. So as they're planning the spell, who else but the Great Horned Rat tears open the like a fissure in the multiverse, because now there's so many of his worshippers here, he could just show up now. His followers are here now. He's like, I don't have to compete with the other 4 fucking Chaos Gods. I'm here now. So, in that so Dr. Fate has to like hold the line using his magic, and he's like, you are, Chaos God. I challenge you as a Lord of Order. And he's like, bitch, please. So Dr. Fate holds the line, battling the Great Horned Rat, as Constantine and the others use their magic to throw the Skaven back to their universe. The Great Horned Rat, now that his followers are gone, that fissure is closing, so now Fate has to generate all of his magic to push him back into his universe. And the other Chaos Gods like Nurgle, Slanesh, Khorne, and Tzeentch all like reach out and grab. He's like, you thought you could just run away? Fuck that! If you're stuck in our universe, you're gonna play the great game with us. So they even like reach out and grab him and pull him back. Yeah. Anyway, so at the end of it, the Skaven are sent back to the universe. Everyone's just like, that was a lot. Anyway, same time tomorrow. Anyway, so that's the end of the story. So there you go, guys. That is Justice League Vermitide. I want to thank everyone who voted on this one. I was very excited this one won, because I was like, oh my god, I really want to do a Justice League Warhammer Fantasy story. And this kind of gives me an idea for like an Avengers version, but I'm not going to use the Skaven. I probably can sum up of who I want to use in one word for that story if I decide to do it. Wog! Yeah. So you guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of Justice League Vermitide? Just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse. Oh, also, before I forget, let me know if you guys wanted to have that Avengers WOG story as well. Just let me know in the comments below. Just wanted to mention that real fast. But other than that, hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.